everybody, welcome to my YouTube. I'm Jen, and today what I'm going to do is a flip through of my 2020 Inktober / Burtober sketchbook. But first I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about what I've been doing. So if you've been watching my videos, you saw me unbox this beautiful, it's a Plumchester journal from Jake Parker, who created Inktober. And if you notice, I did not use this one. And the reason I didn't use this one is, number one, okay, so I decided not to do the traditional Inktober this year. I decided basically to do my own thing, make it art journal, make it whatever it is that I wanted. So I'm doing the prompts from Darkest Raven Design. They're the Burtober, Tim Burton prompts, and I'm going to be using, I'll show you the journal here in a second, but I did want to mention that I have this one. It's gorgeous. I just don't want to mess up the cover, and you'll see why here in a minute. So last year I also got the Art Snacks Inktober, and it came with this journal right here. I accidentally purchased two. So I decided, when I decided I was going to make it more mixed media, I knew the cover would get messed up. No matter what I do, the covers always get messed up before I finish the journal. So I do the covers last. So the plan for this one is to keep going with Burtober. I'll show you the pages in a second, and then I can redo the cover. So I reused the duplicate that I had from last year instead of the new one because I didn't want to mess up the pages. This is last year's. I will link the flip through because I was doing YouTube at that time as well. The flip through of last year's, but I did want to mention I did the traditional Inktober, but I noticed with these, this Plumchester, it just does not like ink. It just didn't work very well with any of the inks, markers, in anything. Nothing worked very well on here unless I primed it first. So I decided that due to that, that was another reason to go ahead and use this book. Again, the full flip through will be in the iCard section if you want to check it out. So I ended up having to do more just pencil and pen because it just wasn't doing very well when I tried to ink anything. You can see it's all fuzzy, which actually looks really cute on these. But so when I was deciding what I was going to do, I decided to go ahead and use this one with the caveat that it's going to be very chunky when I'm done because I am covering every page with gesso or pages in gesso or whatever I need to do to make sure it doesn't leak. So anyways, I will be using this one. Again, this is still from Jake Parker. It is still from Art Snacks. It is still a Plumchester. It's just last year's. So same paper. There was really no difference in that. So let me show you. Number one, this is the prompt list that I'm doing. Today is the 10th, so I just finished prompt number 10, and so far I'm doing a pretty good job. I've stuck with all of them. I didn't plan on it. I planned on doing a couple a week, but the Burtober prompts have inspired me, and I'm doing more art journaling mixed media than just inking. So this one is Grave. And of course, I've used elements that are going to make this even more chunky, but I don't care. When it's all said and done, there is the elastic that's going to keep it closed, and then I can just do whatever with the cover. So this is 0, and I did post a video of this one for you on day 1, so you can definitely check that one out. It's very mixed media. Instead of paints, I am using inks. So I have acrylic inks, watercolor inks, India inks. I even have walnut inks that I am using. Anything ink. Just not doing any kind of paints. So, and then I did, this one was Juice, and I picked Beetlejuice. But I wanted to show you this super cool border. Is a new stamp that I got It is Indigo Blue. Was actually just created by a YouTube artist, Asia Marquet. And I just got these. I actually got them in the same day that I did juice. So I was super excited to do this. And I think it looks amazing. I did get the full set. So I have these 3 gorgeous, gorgeous stamps. It's on Indigo Blu website. Took a little while for me to get it since I'm in the US, but Asha is amazing. She is a great artist. And I'm so excited that I got these stamps. And I've actually used them a couple times in here that you'll see. There's also a leaf that came in this set, but I don't know if it's hers or just a Indigo Blue. It doesn't have her name on it, but it came in the set, so I love them. So far I've just kept it right next to me and used them all the time. You'll see here in a second. Oops. Next one was plants, and I kept thinking Little House of Horror, or like the 3-headed plant, and for Tim Burton, and I just went with more of a Tim Burton-esque. I will probably go back and do this page too, since it's all gessoed and ready, with something plant-like, but I really like this one with the flower bleeding. And then of course it's a quote from Tim Burton: "One person's craziness is another person's reality." Love this one. This is one of my absolute favorites. Inks are totally different than paints. They act different, but I love how this turned out. This one was snake. So yes, there is a snake in here, but the word snake inspired this whole scene from Nightmare Before Christmas, and of course this is Oogie Boogie. Next was Doll. So this is 9. It's from the movie 9. Super cute, steampunky, post-apocalyptic movie. If you haven't seen it before, definitely check it out. One of my favorites. And he's not blue. It just turned out a little blue in the end, but because I use a blue pencil for my drawings, because they hold up to the ink better than a graphite pencil. But I didn't want to color him too much because he's more of this burlap color. So I left it. I love him. He's one of my favorites. And then the papers are from Craftbox, which again, you probably know that I do Craftbox stuff. I have Craftbox subscriptions and affiliates and stuff. So that was the 5th. Next one, oh, I love this one. Next one was Bunny. Again, lots and lots of Craftbox elements in here. And then this stamp. This one is my absolute favorite so far. From Indigo Blu, Asha's creation. I don't know what it is, the splatters or the script or whatever, but I love this one. So you'll see little elements of that here and there. I did use just a script stamp too that I have lying around. There's also washi tape in the background, paper, notes, newspaper clippings, all of that stuff. And then of course I used ink, black, and then I also used the walnut ink, which actually came in my Palettefull Packs box this month. And as perfect timing because I've used it so much. And again, Craftbox elements that I added here are so perfect. These came from Darkest Raven Design. I did a box swap with her, and or a collab with her, and she sent me these gorgeous papers that she antiqued, and they were perfect. And then I drew this, colored this with ink, and then of course this is an element from Craftbox, and I just love it. I love the contrast between the blue and white to the rest of the background. So that's one of my favorites. This one is scissors. And of course, every time I hear scissors, and Tim Burton, it's always Edward Scissorhands. Wasn't feeling like I could really do a whole scene, so I decided to do a couple quotes, and then I threw in an Edward Scissorhand there. So people are afraid of me because I'm different. And then everything has a beauty, but not everyone sees it. So one other thing, I forgot to prime the back page when I was doing that. So you'll see in here that there's extra bleed through, I guess. And even up here there was extra bleed through, but I went ahead and covered that. So basically with mixed media, I love how you can just go with the flow, and there's no mistakes. You just make it work. So that's what I did. Next one's Top Hat. This one's okay. This one's from Willy Wonka. And then this one I love. This one, of course, is the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. So, again, walnut ink, and then I just did a pretty cool background, I think, with some splatters here and there. Next, this one was yesterday. This one was lace. So the inspiration for this one was actually this little piece here. However, Tim Burton and lace, I think of brides, or I was also thinking of Alice in Wonderland, the queen and her dress, but the bride one. And I never know where I'm going to go when I do these. So I was going to do like the trees and the moon, and then ended up just doing an abstract background. Again, with these stamps, I used this one. And I love how you can use just bits and pieces or the whole thing. And then I also used this little guy here, which I absolutely love. So, and then I got this quote: "I've spent so long in the darkness, I almost forgotten how beautiful the moonlight is." And then of course there's some washi tape, and white ink. I actually used this bleed proof from Dr. P.H. Martin, because when I use the watercolor ink, it kind of bleeds through any kind of white ink, so that works really well. And then today was Moon. So today I had to do, I was going to do the romantic scene, but I figured since I basically had some of it already, that I would just do this shadow. And then of course, when you think of the shadow, you think of this quote: "I'm a shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright." Of course, he doesn't say that. That's the Oogie Boogie line, I believe. But it was just perfect, and I love how kind of creepy this one is. And then I haven't done any more. I have ideas in my head. I haven't sketched anything. I can show you that I haven't worked ahead. Today is the 10th. I will be posting this today. But you can also see how messy I am when I do mixed media. So that's why I chose a book that I could just redo the cover when I'm done. So there you have it. That is my first 10 days of Burtober/Inktober 2020. Be sure to check out my video from last year. It was totally different. I tried to stick with the more traditional, and although I loved it and it was great, I kind of like this a little better. And I could absolutely just do an ink drawing if I wanted. It just hasn't happened yet. This one kind of is. This is just ink. And then there's gesso underneath it, because I have to prime the pages, like I said. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I will go ahead and link where I purchased these. Not affiliated, just she is an awesome YouTuber and an inspiration to me. So when she posted that she got these or created these, I had to get them, and I love them. This one's my favorite, absolute favorite. And yeah, let me know, and thanks for watching.